Hey guys, welcome to another video on this channel. Today we want to compare the D Kurd 10 made by Ayasa with the D Kurd 10 made by YataoPan. Both are D Kurd 10 instruments, which means they have the same scale. So the notes are exactly the same on both instruments, but still they have a price difference of more than 1,000 euros. So we want to explore why is that. The D Kurd 10 is such a great beginner instrument because it has a limited amount of notes, of tones that we can play. So it makes it quite easy to access. Still, it has it brings a lot of like varieties of how to play it. You can play it like melancholic, you can play it happy, you can play it mystical, you can play like it's very rhythmically, you can play it more harmonically. You have different melody notes, so there are a lot of possibilities even though you only have 10 notes, which makes it first more affordable, of course, but also easier to grasp, because if you have many notes, it might be attractive for our mind, and like, oh, I have more notes, I have more possibilities, but it's also kind of limiting myself or overwhelming, and due to the overstimulation of the mind, it is also then at the end limiting myself. So the structure of the D Kurd 10 is always the same. It's the same scale. And now we want to focus on why do we have an instrument which costs 2,500 euros and here an instrument which costs 1,100 euros, and what the differences are. I have to say both instruments are very nice. The Ayasa brand is the brand that I personally chose to play only. Like, I don't play any other maker since 4 or 5 years already. I'm collaborating with the whole team of Ayasa, which means that I play their instruments, but I also help in like developing in some ways like new scales and asking for like just pushing their limits here and there. So Ayasa is my personal choice. YataoPan is the brand that we have established to make handpans more accessible for people who are not sure yet if they really want to, like if they buy a handpan, if it's really their thing, or if it's just, like financially challenging to afford the 2,500 euros instrument. So what are actually the different quality signs? Here, this instrument, the D Kurd 10 made by Ayasa, is very strong. So you can hit it as strongly as you want, and neither the sound will break, like it won't sound like the note is crying, nor it is damaging the instrument. While on an instrument like that, if I play it louder, you feel the metal is not wanting that. So you have quite a different dynamic range here. Here you can play very softly, and the steel responds in the same way, like very softly, and then you can play it very hard, and the steel is able to transmit this into sound. And here, if you play like softer, you can't play that silent like on this one, which is nice for beginners because you get actually quite a lot of sound out of it. But if you are a more advanced player, you will reach your limits in the dynamic range quicker. I will showcase both instruments now so that you can get your own feeling for the D Kurd Ayasa and the D Kurd YataoPan. So as you see and hear, the D Kurd 10 made by Ayasa is very solid, very strong, especially when I play it harder and louder. It has no problem in, you know, like taking all the strength that goes into it and put it into sound. Here it's more, yeah, I feel it's more an ethereal sound. It's lighter, it's not so solid. And it also has more problems to really get get the full dynamic range of my playing into sound. Still, the YataoPan is like my top recommendation for someone who just starts off their handpan journey. Of course, if you can afford it, the Ayasa is a great choice. It's just on you to decide whether you want to spend 2,500 euros on an instrument like that. It leaves no wish open, or if you start easy with the YataoPan for 1,100 euros. Another main difference between those two instruments is the material. This one is made from stainless steel, and this one is made from a special type of stainless steel, which is called amber steel and was specially developed for handpan making by Ayasa. So the amber steel combines the characteristics of stainless steel and nitrided steel. Back in the days, handpans were made with nitrided steel. Nitrided steel is a normal kind of steel, which is put into the oven and which undergoes like a special hardening process to make it more stable and also more rust resistant. And yeah, it gives this like very ceramic sound to the handpan if a handpan is made with nitrided steel. So here in amber steel we have the combination of both, while here in normal stainless steel, we have this very long, bloomy sustain without the effect of this like ceramic touch and feel. As amber steel was especially made for handpans, it enhances the quality of the instrument. It contributes to the higher price on that instrument, while the stainless steel is just easily sourced and contributes to a lower price. Both instruments are fully rust resistant because this one is made of stainless steel, this one is made of another stainless steel called amber steel, and you won't have to worry about rust. Like back in the days when we had like the nitrided steel instruments, we always had to oil them and to clean them and so on. Of course, you want to clean them once in a while because they get like, depending on how much you play them, they get some dust or also some like oil and fat from your fingers. But the surface won't change. You won't have like rust that goes deep into the instrument, like totally hassle-free here. If you are looking to buy your own handpan, I mean, there are many more makers out there. There are different shops and so on. What I always recommend my students is to go to their local makers. There are makers in almost every country and also in many cities of those countries. And maybe even if you don't buy with them, like if you're at the end not ending up buying a handpan from them, but just getting to know the community, getting to know the makers, also like getting into the spirit of how a handpan is actually made is so precious. And this is why I definitely tell this to my students. And of course, I mean, we made the Yatao shop to help my community, my followers to just buy a handpan at a trustful place. Those are our most sold instruments to beginners and overall as well. Very recommendable. And yeah, I hope that this helps you on your journey of getting your first handpan, and looking forward to dive deeper into the journey with you. All the best.